Mashup. And here you go, a mashup of shows we did April 2015 on Space Dog Radio. You can hear more at SpaceDogRadio.com.
From someplace over Portland, Oregon, USA, this is a Space Dog Radio Show. We had a comment come in from one of our long-term listeners, and she's not on the show so much, but I had to bring this out since I was down in Portland. Her identity is KRWPDX. You may have seen her on Twitter before. She sent me a story about how Nestle is planning to invade Oregon again, and it was reported by OPB, Oregon Public Broadcasting. The city of Cascade Locks and the Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife filed paperwork for a water rights swap. The move would allow Nestle to bottle spring water in the Columbia Gorge. From someplace over 280 Park Avenue, New York, USA, this is the Space Dog Radio Show. I'm the Space Dog. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, I'm just going to do an update here on a show that we did back in 2013 in regards to the NFL. You know, we brought up the question, why was the NFL tax exempt back in 2013?
The fact of the matter is, the NFL is the biggest robber from taxpayers than any other sports organization. If you take into consideration that 60% of the facilities are paid for using taxpayer money, when you consider facilities utilizing water and electricity primarily paid for by taxpayers, when you consider how much police forces are used at an NFL event at the expense of taxpayers, you get the impression the NFL gets a lot of perks.
And the question is, how is the NFL going to go forward without paying backward? These guys owe a lot of money. Will they pay it back? Is this just an off-season gimmick to try to get their books straight? I think so. From someplace over Vatican City, this is the Space Dog Radio Show. Well, it's Easter Sunday, and so congratulations on that. Time to nuke a peep. So it is Easter Sunday, and Christians around the world are celebrating. But beyond all the chocolate bunnies, colored eggs, peeps, and money flowing into churches, there's a very real set of questions that loom, yet are ignored by many religious believers. These are the questions that surround the facts that put into question the actual death of Jesus Christ. While there's no question an individual named Jesus was crucified, the question is the story of his death, as it is depicted in the Bible. Also in question is how Jesus actually lived between the age of 14 to 29 years old, which many indicate is when he was traveling to India and studied Buddha. From someplace over Mexico City, Mexico, this is a Space Dog Radio Show. Well, this story has been upsetting ever since September of 2014. 43 students go missing in Guerrero, Mexico. 43 students apparently on their way to Iguana to protest the government go missing. Since then, the mayor, an ex-mayor actually, has been linked to the disappearance, and the governor of that area has stepped aside, taken a leave of absence. From someplace over Tokyo, Japan, this is the Space Dog Radio Show. I'm the Space Dog. Thank you for tuning in. Here are the characteristics Americans associate with the Japanese and vice versa. Americans view Japanese as hardworking, 94%. Japanese views America as hardworking, 25%. So only 25% of Japanese look at Americans as hardworking? Really? Japan? In part by forbidding almost all firearm ownership, Japan has as few as 2 gun-related homicides a year. In America, in 2012, there were 8,855 total firearm-related homicides in the U.S. From someplace over Baltimore, USA, this is a Space Dog Radio Show. Well, here we go again. More riots in the street. Another black American dead under police custody, and they're bothered in Baltimore. From someplace over Atlanta, Georgia, USA, this is the Space Dog Radio Show. I'm the Space Dog. Thank you for tuning in. Space Dog Radio is proud to present this month's featured artist, Miguel Banks.
Did you read the local headline? Did you read the local headline? Did you read the local headline? Did you read? Did you read? The headlines of these big old bullies making my breaks worse. See, I can't slow up to stay in touch. I can't stop surfing enough to wonder why I'm this stiff. Wishing for better living, less important than any of the search engines. Did you read the local headline?
Goes the mashup from shows we did April 2015 on Space Dog Radio. Hear more on SPACEDOGRADIO.com. I am the Space Dog. Thank you for listening. Be safe, be happy, and we'll catch you next orbit.